Hello, this is Spellbinder with an article that I wrote myself. And I have a website also. It's the Phenomenal Earth Conspiracy. And I also am publishing on Helium, but not under Spellbinder 00. And I'll reveal that as soon as I get established a little bit on that particular publishing site. Right now I'm going to read you this article that I've published up on there. If you find it, you'll know who I am. I'm going to just leave it at that. If you find the article on Helium, you'll know my name. Alrighty, this is it. It's called The Lie About Global Warming and the Syndicates Behind It. Spellbinder, the 7th of December 2010, with website. I hope everyone got to see Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura on global warming. That episode showed it was a gimmick to sell carbon credits so some corporations could pollute if they invested in the scam. Al Gore was convinced to be the salesman of global warming, and Maurice Strong, the oil baron, was the brains behind it, as well as Edmund de Rothschild, world bankster and financer for the Euro and ClimateGate scam itself. Whether global warming is real or not, some people were using the issue to earn billions of dollars, start a one-world government, and control people's lives. Control freak rulers. Also, Al Gore could have made billions from this conspiracy. What's real bad, the last I've heard, is Obama is still considering cap and trade, which is the carbon tax scam. Do you global warmists still believe that all people are changing the climate? Or a few megacorporations through lies and disinformation? I tell you, it's the electric suns, solar cycles, and the Earth's weakening magnetic fields causing the weird weather and climate change, and not CO2 produced by man. I have a simple solution to the whole problem, though. Stop cutting down the Amazon and start planting hemp, trees, and the reforestation of the Amazon, and all that scary CO2 that you global warmists are afraid of goes away, and then you can quit blaming humans for cosmic solar activities and start blaming corporate greed, who fund the green organizations to begin with, to use as a distraction while they continue to pollute and tax carbon profit. Or for profit. There are technologies hidden from us by the oil corporations and others that wish this technology not to be released to produce free energies. Remember my words. Today it's oil, tomorrow it's water. The same oil barons who monopolized all the oil in the world have been buying up aquifers across the world. Why? Because they plan to have a water shortage soon and to charge the same for it as oil. Wake up and see the true enemy. You know, I can put on a white coat and tell you the temperatures are rising and the oceans are rising over the next few years too. But it doesn't make it so. These global warming scientists have been compromised by the big oil banksters and are working for the profits of megacorporations of the UN and wish to control and manipulate you through a climate scare. The United Nations has been compromised by the very world criminal mafia syndicates you could call Spectre, as in the James Bond movies, special executives for counterintelligence, terrorism, revenge, and extortion. Sound familiar to what's behind the New World Order? And that's my article on the global warming, because I don't believe in the global warming. I believe in climate change. I believe that the sun's causing it, that we're going through a cycle now that hasn't been around for probably 13,000 years of crossing the galactic plane at the same time of having a high solar cycle in its active form. That means we got two things happening at the same time. Not just one, not just the sun, by itself, but the sun and crossing the galactic gravitational plane. Now you know there's some gravity holding us in that spiral that we're in, that holds the arms of the galaxy together, and we're passing through that spiral. So there's got to be waves of gravity coming from the center of the galaxy, waving out into that spiral, making it spin as a spiral. And as I told people about the red dwarf, the red dwarf goes this way, and our solar system goes this way. So it's actually coming up from the south through our solar system, and it probably won't be here, the star itself, for 600 more years by several people's calculations. I'm trying to remember offhand, besides half past human, that this star will be coming up from the south. That's a well-known fact, and it will be here in about 600 years. I guess Zachariah Stitchin covered it too in its orbit. It doesn't go with our sun. It goes perpendicular in the orbit, and it goes up and down as we go forward and backwards in our plane of orbits. So it's coming up from the south, and it comes up between Mars and Earth. But I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about this galactic plane crossing that we've been in for 25 years, causing all this strange, bizarre weather that everyone's been calling global warming, at least the elitists have, so they can control and manipulate us and make us slaves to them, basically, by telling us we got to give them all our money so they can put in their pocket. Because you know, their money, no matter how much money you give them, it's not going to stop global warming. I'm just telling you that right now. There's nothing they can do to stop it. If it's going to warm up like they say it is, there's nothing they can do to stop it. It's going to be, the sun is unstoppable. What are they going to do? Go and control the sun somehow? A globe that's 1,000 times bigger than the Earth, at least? I mean, look at us compared to Jupiter. We're just a moon of Jupiter, one of the smaller ones at that. I don't know. That's about all I have to say about the whole global warming. The water thing is really bad. I mean, they are pumping the water out, putting them in big bladders, and tugging them behind ships over to China to fill their aquifers back up that they used up. And now we're supplying them because we are so in debt to the Chinese through our Federal Reserve gangsters. I can't even call them banksters. They're just gangsters. They have a cartel. The cartels are illegal except for the one called the Bankers Cartel that we've got through the Federal Reserve. And that's a legalized cartel. Cartels are not usually known as good things. They're like mafia things. And that's what we got running it. They actually call Bernanke president. And he's actually the real president of this country because the banks own the money. As Rothschild's great-great-great-grandfather said, he who controls the purse strings of a country, no matter what the laws or what the armies are or the government, he owns that country because he owns the purse strings of that country. And that's what they have done. And what we got to do is buy silver. Buy as much silver as possible and put J.P. Morgan out, one of the main strong arms of Rockefellers. And once we do that, we'll weaken them. And that's what we got to start doing, is start saying we have our money. You wouldn't imagine the madness coming up with the taxes and everything. I just read articles today that's pure madness of what's coming down the pike. There was a video. I don't have it ready or set up, but there's a video that tells you all about how they are going to start taxing everything. Gold is going to be taxed. It's going to be actually now a taxed commodity. They're going to start taxing everything. I mean, no matter what you do, you will be taxed. And they're trying to make the tax system so you have to fill out so much paperwork that you'll go for the cashless system so you don't have to fill out any more paperwork. And it will just be a cashless system. That gives them absolute control over us if we go to a cashless society. And you will not be able to buy or sell without this cashless society, the mark of the beast. And this is the true thing coming to us. Well, that's it. Check out my website. Check out the article. It's under news. There's different things on there. I put all my articles in the news section. So if you go to the news, you'll see all my articles. I have another one there I wrote. It's the second article. And then you can go down and read some of the articles that I collected and stuff in there. But get ready for this madness that the government's getting ready to go for. Both Republicans and Democrats. It's not going to matter who's in there because the Federal Reserve runs it. And Soros runs our president, and Georgie boy, I call him. Yeah, the billionaire who loved to watch fellow Jews in the concentration camp getting tortured and hurt. This is Soros. He admitted it. He said it himself. It's in his own writings. I mean, this dude is sick. Well, until next time, we'll leave it here. This is Spellbinder. Be good or be good at it. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Good day.